left the harbor of Brekstad this morning after Joy and Tony hopped off, and we're rounding this lower corner and turning north, heading toward Tromsø. We're going to see a lot of this direction on the compass going forward. There's just the crazy little mountains over here that are completely bulbous. They look like scoops of ice cream.
Beautiful old lighthouse here. You don't see many of these traditional structures set up, and it's on a little tiny island that looks like it's below water at high tide. A little rock. Figure out how to get that foundation on during low tide cycles. Get the cement to cure before it got wet again. Beautiful spot. It's been quite a place to live. Lots of good scenery up ahead as we skirt along the coast here. We're doing a little inner passageway. We could have gone further out to see kind of where those islands are. But a little bit for protection and a little bit for scenery, we chose an inside route here. It's going to take us winding in and out of little islands right along the mainland. Looking forward to that.
Towards the end of the day, we navigated by this nice town, then noticed several larger ships on a hip tow. Seeing one is not all that unusual, as ships break down on occasion. Seeing a couple in quick succession makes you wonder what's up. Sure enough, as we passed under this bridge and turned the corner, we had our answer. Seems this business here is a salvage company. They had portions of all kinds of commercial ships in various states of demolition. What a surprise to find this massive operation in this quiet and remote location. Certainly was interesting to see. We continued on just a few minutes past this salvage business and found a comfortable and picturesque anchorage in Kuringvagen. What a peaceful night and a stunning morning.
We're headed out from Kuringvagen. Came up, we're all prepared to put our foul weather gear on and triple layers of clothing. And it was not that cold. I just got a t-shirt underneath this fleece, and maybe once we get a little wind it might be a little bit chilly, but it's just significantly warmer today. Might even get up in the 70s, so that's something to recognize and appreciate on an otherwise cool fall here heading up to northern Norway.
All right, it's 8 a.m. The sun is just about ready to come over that beautiful rock mountain over there. We've been underway for about a half hour. We have our code 0 up, our mainsail up. We're still in Norway. We're heading north. We're on quite a push to get up to Tromsø. And we're just leaving Rorvik. We have a few days of predicted no rain, some clouds and stuff, but some sun, which is so exciting. And gonna try to do just a little bit shorter day today so we can get in a hike. Very exciting. This is perfect code 0 sailing. We have apparent wind about 8. It's not getting over 10 or 11, which is perfect. It's at a beam to us, and when we get to a certain point, every additional knot of wind speed adds directly to our boat speed, obviously to a point. It's not recommended to use above 15 knots of apparent wind, so this is perfect. With our jib, we would not have this speed. Nice light wind sail.
We are coming up to an anchorage and a mountain peak called Torghatten. It is right over here, and it's a popular place because there apparently is a hole in this mountain tunnel that's been created from erosion and wind. We're waiting for the big reveal. Believe you're supposed to be able to see it from the water. We're going to do a hike a little bit later today to get up in there as well. And for now we're headed over here to the anchorage up inside this area so that we can then get on our own 2 feet and get a little exercise. It's been a couple days since we've gotten some decent exercise. We're going to hike up somewhere up in that vicinity. I don't think we're going to go to the very summit, but we're going to find the tunnel in the mountain. Alright, we have finally found the hole. It's up here.
We thought we were going to go up a long ways. We've walked 3 miles.
3 miles to get here, all the way around the other side of the island, just to see this little hole.
Now we're going to walk up to the hole.
Okay. Alright, if you insist.
Okay, we just climbed up a pile of steps. Bunch of big granite steps straight up. We walked over 3 miles just on the flats, and then all of a sudden in a very few minutes we gained this amount of elevation. So it's really pretty. It's humid today. This is where the hole is, and it's interesting. There's that big wedge. That wedge is cracked on both sides completely. Just the pressure is holding it there. Final steps up to the cave up here. Really did a nice job on this walkway. Put in beautiful walls. He restored the plantings. It's really nice. This gives you the magnitude. There's Tom way up there. This is just huge. There's drops coming down from above. It appears as though we can climb all the way through the cave. Look out over the other side, which would be neat. So down there in the distance, you can see a red barn, and that's the red barn really close to where we have sea rows on the dock. So we walked all this distance up here to this this tunnel. This tunnel that goes through the mountain. There's a huge section of rock above us that hasn't collapsed, and this part of the cave has eroded and collapsed over time. It's really beautiful. in the category of it seemed like a good idea at the time.
So, sadly, our Mavic Pro is dead. It hit the side of the wall of the hole and sort of like a cliff edge and fell down the ground, broke this landing gear, and of course the gimbal camera's dead. But it actually was still recording when so it might be time to lay it to rest. All drones eventually succumb to hard landings. In addition to these cows making a whole lot of noise this evening, they are coming across a little isthmus there from that island there back to their main grazing area that we saw them at earlier today over there. So they're making their little progression across there. It's really cool.
We are having a beautiful night here, and we're just off my home island. I think I missed the sky. The sky was purple for a little bit, and the color was actually on the water. But now it is, it's just turned. Totally enjoying the clear skies and the warm temperatures. Over dinner in the cockpit. We have not had many dinners in the cockpit recently. Oh, yes. So sad. We saw these waterfalls over here, and it's windy, so the flow of them is being pushed almost horizontal. It's pretty cool. Wow. Curving right around up in there.
And we are headed down to here for the night after 82 miles of sailing, so we're eager to get in, get tied up, and get some dinner and rest. But it's great sightseeing today. Tomorrow's supposed to be all rain, so we're trying to enjoy these great sights while we can.
Another significant hop north today, and we have our sights set on doing laundry. Yep, it's a cheap thrill for the cruising sailor, but right now, a necessity. This marina came through for us and did have laundry as advertised, but the kicker was the services building, which had this great gathering room while we enjoyed our dinner in comfort while it rained outside and our clothes dried in the machine.
We are off from Tonus. Beautiful little marina there. We did a lot of laundry and got good important things done. Hiked up to a cave up inside here. That was cool. And boy, this is just in a beautiful part of the Norwegian coast. Just the mountains here are incredibly dramatic. I love this one. I think it's my favorite one. Razorback, sawtooth back thing. Right around the corner. There's a little island called Viking. It's got a little spear in it, and it's marking the vicinity of the Arctic Circle. So we'll of course be recording that. You can kind of see the cave. There's some power line towers there, and that cave is right inside that darker area. Really great stuff. It's going to stick in my mind for a long time. Land of Giants.
Coming up here is like another fjord down in there, where the peaks are so tall on each side, and it looks really neat. We are almost at the Arctic Circle. Today we're going to reach there in probably about an hour.
Countdown is occurring. We are at 66 degrees, 30 minutes, 0.9. What's the Arctic Circle?
66 degrees, 33 minutes.
33 minutes. Just a few minutes away.
95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Woo, we made it!
Woohoo! Arctic Circle!
Arctic Circle people! We are in the Arctic. Wow. Who would ever thought we reached the Arctic Circle? And what a great view. That is tremendous. We're sailing to a glacier today. You can still see a little snow left over, or maybe a glacier up there, but definitely leftover snow from last winter. And we are moving forward here. Gonna go up to our first glacier of Norway.
Here's the Arctic Circle monument that they've erected on this tiny little island just northwest of Tonnes Marina. It's pretty cool. It's a globe. We are in the Arctic Circle. Right, there's part of the glacier up there with a huge waterfall coming out from below it. We are unbelievably in the Arctic. Join us next time as we explore our first glacier. It was a really special day, and we can't wait to share it with you. Be sure to tune in, and thanks for being a part of our semi-retired Life 4.0. Please give us a like if you enjoy our content, and know that we always love your comments. Until next time.